Welcome to another installment of the Mastercam studio at ProtoTek. This exclusive video series features the exceptional functionality found only within Mastercam, the #1 most widely used cam software in the world. Here's the topic of today's video.
Today we're going to take a look at Mastercam 2022 and see the enhancements they made to drill collisions. So let's go ahead and take a look on our screen. So on my screen I have this round part, and we're going to be focusing in on 6 holes, the top holes here and the 3 holes in the bottom here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a chamfer drill toolpath. The chamfer drill toolpath allows me to pick multiple diameters and put an edge break on that I want on all of them in one tool instead of separating them out. So let's go ahead and take a look where this toolpath is. Up in our 2D toolpaths, you're going to find chamfer drill in the hole making section. And we have our regular selection options in here. Now, one selection method that I don't see used enough on a solid model is control clicking on the diameter of the hole will select all matching diameters. So if I simply go to control click, you'll see that all 3 matching diameters were selected on my part, and they are considered solid features in my features list. I'm also going to select these smaller holes the same way. By selecting in the drum of the hole, control click, it selects the 3 features on the bottom, and they are 0.089 diameter. So I have 2 different diametered holes here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to green check, and I'm going to get into our toolpath. So our toolpath is very simplified for chamfer drill. We can go ahead and pick a tool, so I'm just going to go ahead and grab a 5/8 spot drill. Cut parameters, this is where the page is really easy. It says how wide do you want the chamfer or how deep do you want the chamfer. I'm just going to go ahead and say give me a 10 thousandths break. And one option they added in 2022 Mastercam is maintain surface feet a minute. And this is going to maintain surface feet a minute wherever it is actually cutting on the flute, just not going off the diameter of the tool. And this will hopefully save your tool from burning up or chipping out. In our holder page, right now I have a projection set of 2.256. I'm going to crank this down a little bit. I'm going to push that tool out 2.1 inches just so we can see a collision on the screen. Let's go ahead and check collisions. Now inside of our linking parameters page, check collisions is in the bottom. If we simply left click on that, we're going to see right off the bat that in our features list we have 5 good holes, and we have 1 hole that has a red X on it. The hole with the red X is colliding somewhere, somehow. So in our check toolpath collision dialog box, we can see that our projection is 2.1 inches with 50 thousandths of clearance. Down below that, you have previews of what can be reached and what is unreachable, as far as unreachable shoulder, shank, and holder, and they will color accordingly depending on what is colliding. So in this case here, I have a collision on this hole, and it draws in a diameter of the tool for what is colliding. Now if I look at this in a front view, you'll see that my holder is colliding through my part. Now maybe I'm programming on the fly here. I have no idea what I need for distance, and instead of measuring all of this out and analyzing this, if you use this simple collision check toolpath collision dialog, you can simply fix it right in here. So inside of here we have a button right here. It says optimize projection. This will automatically set our projection so we'll have no more collisions. So if I go ahead and left click on that, you'll see that now in my features list the state is all green. I have no more collisions on this toolpath. So let's go ahead, and you can also click through these and they will show you where it's going and if it's colliding. Now we have a projection of 2.256 with the clearance holder, or a holder clearance of 50 thousandths. So if I go to the front view and go back to this feature, you'll see now that I have 50 thousandths worth of clearance. No more collisions there. So if we go ahead and green check out of here, I can now update my tool. Now if I come back into my holder page, you'll notice that now my projection is updated right there to 2.256. Pretty much enabling me to get a visual of what's going to happen in here and automate how to fix it without going in and analyzing, like I said. And now we have a nice clean tool path. There's one more feature in here I'd like to show. And if we come back into our linking parameters page and check collisions again, one other option you would have if I come into this is I can hover over the holder. I can left click and now I can drag this wherever I want. So if I had a position, or if I wanted to eye this a little better, or maybe not have a collision between a clamp or something else that I'm not checking against, this would be a good option to go ahead and use the ruler or manually move it up and down with your mouse, and then just left click, and now your projection would be that value. So there's a lot of options with this, a lot of different ways to use it, and I certainly hope you go back and start utilizing this on your job setups to eliminate any collisions. We don't like to see collisions here, so definitely check it out.